Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shalmith Musambi and I make videos on motherhood, lifestyle and everything in between. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please just pause this video right now and hit the subscribe button. I think it is somewhere down here. It's totally free. All it does is to notify you that I have posted a new video and you need to go on and check it out. So please subscribe, help me grow this family. And yeah, today's video will be about the lessons that I have learned in my first year of marriage. Now, before I continue, marriage can be in different settings. The people who have gotten married in the church, the people who have gone through the traditional way, the people who just decided to start living together and cohabiting, and that is like seen as a come stay kind of marriage. And for me, I'm speaking in the setting of living with my significant other in a come stay kind of marriage. I know for us that we are really not interested in the white wedding kind of thing, either the AG or the church wedding. I know for a fact that we are not interested in that, but we are looking at going through the traditional way. In Kenya, the traditional way means paying the bride price. Like a man comes to the woman's home and negotiates for the bride price or the dowry, and yeah, that in Kenya is seen as a legal way of getting married. Anyway, without much further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first lesson that I have learned in my first year of marriage is that you need to understand each other. You need to understand your significant other. Remember that you're two people who have come from two totally different backgrounds. You have different personalities and your experiences are totally different. There's something that I saw somewhere or I read somewhere that people the kind of person that you are now is usually informed from your past experiences and your background, the way you grew up. Now in my setting, in my home, I remember every single Sunday we used to go out or we would order in. So most Sundays we will not eat any home cooked meal. And for me growing up, even right now in my home, I still have that way of thinking that every single Sunday we need to just order something out, be it fries, pizza or something of that sort. But with my partner, his thinking is different. And that is when I came to realize that we both see life differently. And without understanding that, you might clash a lot because people can never be the same. Let me just say that people can never be the same. Even the things that you discuss about, you will find that you hold different opinions on almost everything. So the moment you understand that you are two totally different people who have now started living together and who are now trying to bring up this family in a way that suits their principles and their way of life. So the moment you understand that, everything will be okay. Everything will run smoothly. The second thing that I learned is that communication is very key, and how you communicate, when you communicate, what you communicate is also very important. The people have their own boundaries. For me, the one thing that really made us clash a lot is when having arguments. I'm the kind of person who I might know that I am on the wrong, and I know that I did this and this and this, I am on the wrong. But the way you approach me will also determine how I react. There's a way that you might approach someone and the first reaction is they get into defense mode. Even if they know that they are wrong, they get into defense mode and all you start doing is just throwing words at one another, and that is not an effective way of communicating, because you're not listening at one another, you're just trying to talk over the other person. Ni ile unasikia mse ametoa point na kaje, lazima comeback yangu ikuwe stronger than that. You know, you're not really listening at the other person. But if you come to me like, babe, ulifanya hii na hii na hii na hii, and I did not like it, and I felt this way about it. Now there we can have an adultish, we can have a conversation over it, and I will tell you my side of the story, and we can come in the middle and just squash things out, and it will not be this big spectacle that most of the time it could be. So learning how to communicate, and also when to communicate. You know, there are times when you will see someone is really not in the mood of listening to you, or they're just going through their own things. Na wewe uko hapo unataka kuja kumwambia story ya rent, story ya do, story ya hii, story ya finances, blah blah blah, and then you see that the other person is not reacting the way you would want them to react. Whereas if you could have just waited for the right time, when you can see the mood of this person is kind of like sober, is neutral, he or she might respond the way you would expect them to respond. So also the time of communication is also very important. The third thing that I learned is that your marriage will be what you create it to be. We all, especially as women, we all have this vision of how we would like our marriage to be like, either by seeing our parents, by looking at our parents' marriages, or celebrities, or our friends, and we tend to kind of like to emulate what we see other people doing. Remember, the matter of personalities are different, no situations are the same. No two marriages can be the same. You create what you want your marriage to be like. I really have always wanted a very happy home, and I've always prayed for a very happy home. But I can't just sit down and do everything else that is opposite of what I want. I also need to work towards and create what I really want in my home. It's the same as, for example, a shamba. Unapanda nyanya, and you know the right season for planting tomatoes is a particular time, and you need 1, 2, 3 things for you to be able to harvest and be productive and get a good yield. It's the same as a marriage. You need to work towards it. You need to really work hard and just plant seeds that will give you the results that you want. So your marriage will be what you create it to be. The fourth lesson that I learned is that always remember that you're a team, and we have this tendency of always thinking about me and not us. The moment you change your mentality and start thinking in the us sort of aspect, then I think you're on the right track. And the thing about always remembering that you're a team is because the goals that you're working towards in your marriage are the same. You both want a happy home. You both want a financially stable marriage. You both want a spiritually stable marriage, matters of religion and all that. And those are very, very delicate aspects in your marriage. And yeah, just things like that. If the moment you realize that you are a team and you're working towards the same goals, then everything will be okay, and you will find yourselves just almost unconsciously just working as a team, if that even makes sense. The fifth thing that I learned in my marriage is to always pray, and the power of prayer. Prayer has really come through for me, and always putting God to sort of like be the driver of your bus, to always take charge in all your situations, then I think you'll be in the best hands, just to say the least. And the final thing that I learned is that never forget to keep dating. Now this is something that I am currently not doing, but I think it's a I think it's a good thing to just remember to keep dating. It sort of like keeps the fire burning. It reminds you about where you guys started, and also you don't lose the aspect of love and all that, because you know, in the middle of all the crazy things that happen in marriage, you can sort of forget that you ever even loved this person. That aspect of love is easy for it to get lost in the middle of all that craziness. So don't forget to keep dating. It could be as simple as even just having game nights, or ordering in, or just going somewhere and having dinner or lunch, just small things like that, or even sending a cute little message in the middle of the day. It really helps. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this video. I would really like to hear about your thoughts and the things that you've also learned in your own marriages. And yeah, let's learn from one another. Let's grow this family. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.